What is going on, guys? Panther here, and we are bringing you our APA Week 10 battle against Under the Radar and his Maryland Torterrapins. So, I don't believe we announced it on the APA Twitter, but Kelly ended up taking over for Kurt and the Portage Herdiers after Kurt dropped the season. So, really appreciate Kelly coming in and taking over a team that he is definitely not that comfortable with. He wasn't allowed any transactions, so I do hate that for him, but we hadn't been given any to replacements all season, so we couldn't really start now. Kelly is in a position basically like I am. We're both 4 and 5 right now, I believe, fighting for one of the last playoff spots. You know, just trying to get in. And Kelly's team is very, very threatening. He has a couple of mons that he left on the bench, like the Primarina and the Garchomp. But you know, he's got the Uxie, the Registeel, the Delmise, the Zapdos, the Ribombee, and the Buzzwole. One mon in particular here is very threatening to my team, and that is the Ribombee. So I really just have my Arcanine for the Ribombee, and it's very scary. So just looking at the team preview here, I really felt like his leads were going to be either the Uxie or the Registeel, probably just to get his rocks up. And in either one of those cases, I want to go ahead and lead with my Arcanine because I do have Toxic on it for the Uxie. Or I have, obviously, Flare Blitz to threaten the Registeel. Arcanine's very important to this match for breaking Registeel because I don't have a whole lot for it. So, yep, he's going to go ahead and lead off with the Uxie here. I'm going to go ahead and lead off with my Arcanine. And then just turn 1, I'm just going to go ahead and throw off a Toxic here. It's going to hit everything on his team, so if he wants to go out to Zapdos, it's going to be able to hit that as well. And I know this thing gets Heal Bell, but if he does not have it, you know, this Toxic is going to be really important for me because I'm going to be able to wear down this thing over the course of this match. And just fair warning here, this match is a bit of a longer one. So, yeah, we're able to get the Toxic. He's able to knock off our Shuka Berry. That's not going to be important unless he is Earthquake Buzzwole. But, you know, he doesn't have the Chomp, so that is what it is. So he's going to go ahead and U-turn out as I go on out into Aromatisse. So this is going to give him the opportunity now to go on out into his Registeel and just to go for his Stealth Rocks. I went out into Aromatisse just in case he wanted to Toxic my Arcanine. I have Heal Bell on Aromatisse, so I felt like that gave me my best scenario against it. So I'm going to go ahead and withdraw Aromatisse now and go right back on out into my Arcanine before he gets his Stealth Rocks up. And what this allows me to do is this just allows me to click a free Flare Blitz against him, so I don't have too much to worry about here on the Blitz. So I get to click Flare Blitz here. There wasn't really too much of a thought process behind that one. I need to attack what's in front of me and hurt this Registeel. And Flare Blitz, he does not have a fire resist on this team, so Flare Blitz is going to do a lot. And as you can see, that does a lot of damage to the Uxie. So the Flare Blitz plus the Toxic damage is definitely going to be racking up here. But yeah, Arcanine is already putting a lot of pressure onto Kelly's team. So I'm just going to go ahead and follow that up with another Flare Blitz. I know it's not going to knock him out, but what it's going to do is it should put him almost in range of Toxic on the following turn. So he's going to go ahead and get a Psychic off, get his leftovers recovery, and yeah, but I'm just going to be able to Morning Sun back up on this following turn here because the Toxic is going to continuously wear down on him. Yeah, you guys, excuse me too. My allergies are so bad this time of year, so I'm like so swollen in my face and just my nose is running and stuff right now. It's awful. But yeah, so he's going to get a big Psychic off. And that actually does a pretty decent amount, especially coming from an Uxie here. Sorry, I had to grab a tissue behind me, guys. But yeah, so the Arcanine is definitely really important to this team because, like I said, a +1 Ribombee, just look at my team and then look at his. So Ribombee just really runs through me. So, yep, I'm going to go ahead and just be able to continue to click Flare Blitz here. And I'm not going to have to really worry about anything else. Luke. So, yep, he's going to go out into a Zapdos. Now, this is important because I only have really one thing on this team that checks the Zapdos, and that is my Latios. Now, getting Latios in is important, though. Latios doesn't really pressure his... I mean, it kind of pressures his team offensively if I can get rid of the Registeel. But it's just going to allow me to get my defog off. So, you know, and I've got to keep these rocks away because I cannot let Arcanine get chipped down for the +1 Ribombee. So I'm going to be able to defog. He can reset his rocks, but if he chooses to reset his rocks, it's just going to allow me to get Arcanine back in here. So it's going to end up working out really well for me. So, yep, there's my Arcanine again. And I believe he just goes for the Stealth Rocks here just to try to keep them he goes for the Toxic here. Now, the Toxic I'm not as worried about because if I can ever get in my Aromatisse, I can just Heal Bell that off and then Wish Pass to it. So, not too concerned with the Toxic, but good play on his part because if I did not have Heal Bell, that's huge. Now, this was also really big here because he let me do so much damage to his Arcanine, or his Registeel. Now, I understand his thought process behind it. I'm going to take a ton of recoil from this. I'm already Toxic, and he's going to get Rocks Up. So, now I'm definitely in range of Ribombee now. Even without Rocks Up, I'm in range of Ribombee. So, he's going to go out to Zapdos. I believe I'm Morning Sun up here. Yeah, alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and Morning Sun up. And that's going to leave me at a nice amount of health, even with the poison. So, after the poison damage, that leaves me at 112 HP. Now, if I can get rid of these rocks, I can still check the Ribombee. So, this is the Zapdos. Obviously here. Yeah, he threatens me out. Now, he can go for T-Bolt, but there's no way I'll stand in there. So, it gets to the crit. And that's unfortunate because it does force me to choose here. I don't know if the U-turn killed me without the crit. I was not calculating this. Looking back at the game, though, I think if he would have went for a U-turn there on my switch out, predicting the switch, it would have left him in a whole lot better position because obviously he could have went out for Ribombee or Buzzwole just to scare me out and not allow me to defog. But now that I'm able to defog, I'm able to get rid of the rocks, even though that cost me my Latios. But it was worth it because Latios isn't as important to my game plan as my Arcanine is. So I'm going to go out to Aromatisse on the Buzzwole. That's the one thing I have here. I know that it's going to force him to go out in the Registeel, and if I just go for the Moonblast, it's going to allow him to get his rocks back up. So I make a double out into the Aerodactyl to prevent rocks from going up. Now, what this was going to cover, it was going to cover Poison Jab from the Buzzwole or Poison EMZ. And also, if he chose to go out into the Registeel, I could just fire off the Earthquake and pick up the kill on it as well. So, I was pretty happy about that double there. Now, I'll go for the Edge here. If he's like max defense Zapdos, he actually does not die to Life Orb Stone Edge from Aerodactyl. But he was not, I don't know if he was like offensive or what exactly he was, but I was really happy to be able to kill that thing. Because Zapdos was super annoying. So, Aerodactyl putting in work, killing that Zapdos. Job well done there. So he's got the Delmise in now. He's going to just be able to go for the Power Whip. And yeah, Kartana should be able to eat that up. Yep, I think he crits there too, but that's not too big of a deal. It's really not. But that just shows you how strong Delmise is. So he's going to go out to the Buzzwole. I believe I just went for the knockoff. And we remove, what do we remove? We remove his leftover, so pretty decent, but he's still got access to Recovery and Roost for longevity here. So I'm going to go out into Arcanine because I feel like that's my best overall play here instead of the Aromatisse, because I know, again, I cannot let every time Aromatisse comes in, it can allow rocks back up. Now I can get Arcanine in, and then I can just Morning Sun up, and I believe that's exactly what I do here. I think I'm just going to go for the Morning Sun. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Morning Sun. Kelly makes a good play here, and he actually stays in. Because at this point in the game, I think he knows his win con is definitely his Ribombee. And if he can get rid of my Arcanine, then his Ribombee is going to be able to really mess my team up. Unless I get my Suicune set up. So, yep, I'm going to go for the Flare Blitz here now. And that's going to do a lot of damage. And we actually pick up an unfortunate burn here too as well. Now this Buzzwole was defensive, so this thing wasn't going to win the game for him or anything like that. Because I always had a Aromatisse just to go out and knock him out. But really important because Kelly ends up forcing me to lose my Arcanine here. And that really opens the door for his Ribombee in the end game. for him to go for the win with. So Buzzwole's boosted. I can go on out into my Suicune though now on the burnt Buzzwole, and even if he was attack boosted, I could still sub up on this thing with it just having Drain Punch and probably like Leech Life. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sub right on up. And this part of the battle honestly gets a little stally. So I'm going to spend the majority of this time trying to PP stall him. And you know, I may just skip some turns here. I don't want to force you guys to watch this because it literally was about 15 turns of me trying to PP stall Power Whip. And I was actually thinking that Power Whip was like that Power Whip was 10 PP instead of 16 PP. I miscounted the PP completely. I just skipped some turns on the DS here. So basically he's got Power Whip and Giga Drain with sub on the Delmise. And I forget his fourth move here at this point. But basically, that thing was basically made to 1v1 the Suicune. So it was a really good bring on his part because I could not. I thought I could PP stall it, but it turns out that I was not actually able to PP stall it in the long run. So I basically throw away my Suicune here, trying to pressure stall this thing. Now I get all the way to +6 because I needed. I'll do the +5 or +6 because I needed either +5 or +6 to be able to first of all live a Bug Buzz from the Rabombi at the range of health I was at. Through my sub, and then I needed like +4 or 5 to kill him with Scald after the like a Quiver Dance from him. So as you can see, this is the end of the exchange here basically. So I think I break his sub here is what I think I do. So this Delmise set was a really good set, but I had thought I won the exchange though because I thought I'd pressure stalled him out of Power Whip, and Giga Drain wasn't going to be breaking my sub there at this point. So yeah, this exchange I just skipped probably 10 or 12 turns right there. So I saved a little bit of y'all's guys' time because this is all it is. It's me doing this is Vincoon. It's protect, sub, Scald, and Calm Mind. And it could really do some work to his team, but Kelly prepped well for it here. So yeah, he's going to leave himself in pretty good shape because I think I've won because of pressure. But yeah, turns out I do not. So I think this is really it here. So he goes for the Giga Drain on my protect, and do I sub again or do I think I break his sub here? Nope, I sub one more time. Luke. I break his sub one more time here. And let's see. Yeah, alright, this is... Gosh, I wish I could skip these a little bit quicker. Alright, so finally here, I don't think I protect again. Okay, thank God. Okay, so I Scald here, I break his sub. And I think he is out of Power Whips at this point, is why I made this play. I think he's out of Power Whips completely at this point. And he is not out of Power Whips, because that blows me back. So, down goes Suicune. And then I immediately was like, oh no, I think I just lost, because I don't have hardly any damage on this thing now. Or anything like that. But in comes Cart. This thing can't touch Kartana. I'm able just to go for a knockoff here, I do believe. Yeah, I'm just able to get a knockoff off. And this is important because now I'm +1. So now I'm +1. And now Kartana is a big threat. Big threat. Because I don't think he knows. I think he thinks I'm Scarf at this point. So in comes the Buzzwole. He is burned. But I'm actually Z-move, and my Z-move at +1 is definitely going to always kill. It's Normalium Z coming off of Kartana here at +1. And it's going to put down this Buzzwole. And now we are in pretty good shape if we can figure out what this Ribombee is. So here at this point in the match, actually, we have the potential. We have the potential to finish this thing off because he's got to go Ribombee is what I'm thinking here. And I'm always going to be able to attack and knock it out. Force it to either kill me or not be able to set up. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for the frustration and actually end up outspeeding it. He ends up being a bulky Ribombee. So I'm going to be able to put the Ribombee down. And then I'm going to finally be able, he's going to go out to the Delmise, and I'm finally going to be able to finish this game off with a knockoff. And that is going to be it. So we're going to end up picking up the win here, 3-0. And we're going to be able to move back to 5-5 on the season now. Sorry about that, guys. My computer did something weird there and froze up on OBS. So yeah, we're going to be able to pick up a 3-0 win here on Kelly and the Maryland Torterrapins. And that puts us in pretty good shape here because now we're 5-5 on the season. A lot of the other teams are right there at 6-4, 5-5. So as long as we can continue to keep the pressure on, we can end up making playoffs and potentially win this whole thing. So I would love nothing more than obviously to be able to win the championship. It would really be exciting to make the playoffs and try to finish this thing here. So the big thing is 5 games. We're 5 games away from champion. Got to win 5. If we win 5 in a row, we are the champs. So that's very doable. It's very, very doable. Next week we have Nate, and so I've already me and my front office, mainly Jacob, who helped. Actually, he did the majority of this team. I did the Aerodactyl. I think I chose. It was more of a mix this week, but Jacob helped a lot with the spreads. I think Life Orb Arrow was me. The Kartana, the actual win con here was absolutely him. Someone else in there suggested the Suicune. The Suicune would have put in work if it wasn't for that crazy Delmise set and me misplaying with it. So big shout outs to all of my front office, but definitely a huge shout out to Jacob for a lot of the spread work here this week. But yeah. So we've got Nate next, and then Miticus to finish out the regular season. We got to take those 2 games first. Obviously, we got to take those 2 games first, and that's a big if. Nate and Miticus both have scary teams here in this part of the season. So we've got to do that first, and then when we make playoffs, that's all we need. We need 3 wins. So I think we can do it. I think we can do it. We just have to finish strong. We didn't start well, but we have to finish strong. So I appreciate all of y'all's support here this season, guys. We're gonna continue to fight, and hopefully we're gonna be able to pull this thing off. Be sure to check out the BBL game going up. That's round 1 playoffs on Monday. That's against Matt O'Shea. So definitely hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the battle going up. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next week, we'll see you.